Tech Show with Professor Temi Akinwumi of My IT University, a multi-award winning tech CEO, career coach, and mentor. With decades of hands-on tech career, will ensure your career dreams come true. Join our extraordinary show today on groundbreaking topic for a successful career. Do you want a $100,000 job as a cybersecurity professional, Scrum Master, Business Analyst Software QA, Cloud Architect, Data Analyst, Technical Recruiter, and more? Visit www.mituniversity.com to schedule a call. Come and get inspired to secure a lucrative job, keep the job, and grow on the job. Relax, receive, and see results. We're glad you're here. Share, like, and comment.
Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me today. Welcome to your Break Into Tech show. How is everyone doing today? Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me today? Can you all hear me? I want to be sure that you can hear me clearly. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Seidu, welcome. Can you hear me clearly, or is there any break in transmission? Because it's like I'm sure there's no network problem with the, you can hear me? Is it real time? Is it clear? Can you hear me clearly? Hello. I see you joining me, Seidu. Welcome. I see Tesha. Yes, you can hear me. And I also see Mumuni. Thank you very much. Please share. Okay, it's very clear. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, loud and clear. Beautiful. Thank you very much. I hope you all are doing very well today. Can you please share on your social media platform so they can see us and that we're live here? Thank you very much, Seidu. Thank you very much, Seidu. I have huge respect for you, Mom. Thank you. I have huge respect for you as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope everybody is doing well today. We thank God for life. That is beautiful. Thank you so much. Life, when there's life, there's hope. When there's life, everything is possible. Life is the first thing, and then everything else follows. So we thank God for life, and we're going to make the best use of life. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm so excited that you are able to join me today. It's another great day to break into tech. If you are trying to break into tech, this is the best place to be. Schedule a call with me. It's scrolling down right there below. The website, our website, your website to break into tech is myituniversity.com. We help you break into tech, keep the job, and grow on the job. We help you become a tech leader. We have a lot of engineers right now that have become a tech leader, and that's a blessing, and that's what we pray for, and that's what we're achieving. So, Mumuni, we are doing great, Prof. Beautiful. And just taking one day at a time. Excellent. So I would strongly encourage people to consider tech. If you are struggling right now, you don't know what to do with the job you are doing right now. You don't like it. You want a better job for your future. I always tell people, if you prep for the future or you don't prep for the future will come. So it's better to prep for it than to go into your future unprepared. And that is why I'm here to let you know about tech, and especially cybersecurity. Cybersecurity compliance is one of the foremost tech career that you can break into and have a secure life, a work-life balance, great benefits. You have time for your family, you have good money, you can make money working remotely from home, you can make money you know, working anywhere in the world is very secure. You can't say, oh, I don't have a job. No. We'll teach you, we'll prep you, we'll mentor you. You have jobs and jobs and jobs, and you decide what you want and which of the jobs you do not want, because you're going to have um, a lot of options. You have a lot of opportunities. You start picking and choosing. It can happen as little as 8 weeks, as little as 8 weeks, and it can be 10 weeks. It can be 4 weeks, depending on the program you selected. We help you break into tech. It's been proven over and over again to keep the job and grow on the job. And many a time you see us coming back here, giving back and helping you, and also reviewing your interview, doing mock interview with you. A lot of students are coming back now telling me that they've used our platform to break into tech. I've never met them before. Some people don't even come back, but they send people. And then when they start sending people and they said, those so and so that I should meet you, you train her or him to break into tech. And I'll be like, wow, it's a lot of that happening. So people are really, really breaking into tech from our platform, from our classrooms. And I'm so grateful that we're able to achieve the purpose, which is helping people break into tech and have a better life for their family. That's the goal, to have a better life for your family, and to be secure. Seik, welcome, Seik. I hope you are doing well today. Lovely, lovely day. Thank you for joining us. So if you are joining us also, you might let me know where you are joining us from so I can welcome you properly. We meet here every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you visit our YouTube channel and subscribe to YouTube. We have more than 180 something videos on YouTube. I know they are also on LinkedIn and Facebook, but it's not in a collaborative, in a very like everything together in one place. So it's like you have a setup whereby everything is in one place, centralized database, I can call that, of of tech of tech treasures that you can just pick and choose. So that's why you have to go to the YouTube channel, so you see everything about LinkedIn, resume, interview prepping you for different interviews and stuff. You never can have that so much information on any platform for free. No, you can't, because most of the time when I prep these things, it takes me hours, 3 hours easily, for prepping for like what I'm here to do today. So very, very well, to make sure you get access to that. Someone is asking a question. Let me see what question you're asking. Will I need to be security cleared to work in the US in GRC? When I relocated, I don't have any work history in the US. No, it depends on, you don't need to be cleared, because there are some GRC jobs that are not cleared jobs. So that's why I mentor you into between 5 to 6 frameworks. So it's only the RMF that you need to be cleared, and all those needs federal when you support the federal systems. But the other ones don't need a federal. If it's not going to be federal system, you don't need to be federal cleared, and we can help you with that. Okay. Very good. So thank you guys so very much for being here. So we're going to get started. I've been in tech for 3 decades, and I'm a multi-award winning tech CEO of my IT university and of Top Group Technologies. Also, I'm a co-author of 2 books. One is a bestseller, and the other one is coming out of Ladies in Tech. Ladies in Tech. We have the first this is in series, right? The first one came out, it's already bestseller. Second one is coming out in March, Ladies in Tech. So you get to meet with, like, the first one, we have like 20 women from different backgrounds speak about their background, and then the next one is coming up in series. We have women from age 83 all the way to different age level in tech, and what they've done and how they achieve their goal in tech, and how you also can break into tech. So it's very good to consider that and look into that. So no, I'm talking about, when I talk about women, and not only about ladies in tech, but also men in tech as well. So we're not leaving the men out, okay? Because behind every successful man, there's a woman, and behind every successful man, there's there's a woman, and behind every successful woman, there's a man. In a way, and sometimes not that so, but most of the time it might be like that. So we don't leave the men out, but we also want to make sure that we give the women access, because most of the time we relegate the women to the background. We don't really acknowledge them. We don't really give them opportunities, and it's no more going to be like that. So we want to make sure women have access to tech. Very important, because when you train a woman, you are training a generation. You are training a whole, generation of people. So we want to make sure that the women also are not left behind. Okay, so, and I'm an advocate for that. So today we're going to be looking at a very wonderful topic, okay, that you would really love. It's a newer topic in cybersecurity. Is zero trust architecture for cybersecurity interviews and certification. There's no single interview. Interview, it's good to have that an interview, because if they wanted to really move you to a cutting edge, they will ask such things and you may not know it. Okay. And if you are going for your certification, you definitely will see something like that. But most of you, maybe you've never heard of that. And then you'll be confused. I don't know what they're asking. Zero trust. What is that? So today I'm going to take to demystify that concept, to break it down, and to discuss it, and to show you layman terms, introduction to what is zero trust and what can you relate that to. And you see that it's something that you have learned. If you've been in our classes, you've learned about, you kind of know it, but you don't know this called the zero trust, if you have maybe seen it out there. So I'm going to discuss that today. Okay, so thank you very much. You can break into tech, you can do well, keep the job and grow on the job. Have your pen and notepad ready. If you are trying to reach out to me right away, right, you can reach out to me right away. We have the my phone number is right there. It's rolling down, and the email, the website that you can schedule a call is there as well. We have a class that is starting um on Saturday next week, March 9th of March. You can still join that class. Okay, so you are free to yeah, you are free to do that. So thank you very much. You are free to join our classes. I'm so happy that you decided to be part of today. So let's go get started on our discussion. Don't forget to get a treasure box. It's on sale now. It's $199 off those, so that's 30% off the regular price. We still kept the sales going. So make sure you get your copy. So I'm gonna be getting started to share with you on this wonderful topic today, and you will really enjoy the topic. So we're talking about zero trust architecture. While I'm loading, okay. Okay, so we're gonna be starting. Can you see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? I want to be sure. Can everybody see my screen, guys? I want to be sure you can see my screen. Okay. Okay, so you can see. So we're gonna get started. Give me 1 second. So don't forget, we are looking at zero trust architecture. Zero trust architecture. Okay. Is it loud and clear? I want to be sure. Okay. So it's if you want to break into tech, like I said, schedule a call. Zero Trust Architecture Explain. We're gonna be explaining the Zero Trust Architecture. Okay. So, like I mentioned, we have a class starting. If you're interested, schedule a call with me on myituniversity.com. It's gonna start on March 9th of March, 9th of March precisely. Okay, make sure you schedule a call. So thank you for that. Okay, so also don't forget to get a trade. Yeah, take advantage of the presidential sale that is still going on. We kept it at that. But the trail box is now $400. No, it used to be $599, so it's $400. The link is on the bio. The link is on the bio, and the link is actually, if you scroll down the description of this broadcast today, you will see the link, and also the link will also be put in the chat, so you can see, or you can ask for the link. You can always ask for the link, but the link is always going to be down here. Okay, you can take a look at that. Okay, very good. So is it clearly seen? Zero Trust Architecture Explain for your cybersecurity interview and certifications. Let me see if you can see the presentation very well. Okay, very good. So this presentation explains the concept of zero trust architecture and its importance in modern security strategies. So there are some strategies that may not be as modern as the other ones. So this is newer. So this architecture works on the never trust, always verify principle. Keyword takeaway: never trust, always verify. Don't trust anybody, don't trust anything, always verify. Principle, and maintains continuous authentication and authorization. Takeaway: continuous authentication and authorization for every access attempt. Okay, people want to attempt to access your system. You don't trust them, you have to always verify, and you always have to do continuous authentication and continuous authorization. A. Note that those two things you have to note. I'm going to break it down. It addresses the limitation of traditional parameters. Okay, because you have all the parameters set based security model. You have your parameters set, but then there's a limitation to that. So we can go deeper by focusing on micro-segmentation. What is that? Right? We're going to break that down. Identity and access management, least privilege, access control, and network visibility and monitoring. We are going to break all these concepts down today, and we're going to discuss that very well, so that when you go for your interview or you go for your certification exams, you have all these things, because these are newer things, concepts that you may not necessarily know, but you must know that. So I'm bringing that to your doorstep today. So everybody say, bring it down, bring it down. Come on down, let's elaborate. What did I just say? For people that are so pretty much super new, I'm going to be breaking everything down to your level. So just stay tight. And if you already know something, I'm going to bring it down to review with you as well. Okay, somebody say, what is a trial box? Trial box is an interview prep app. So it preps you for interview, all sort of interview from, we have one for cybersecurity analyst, and we have one for Scrum Master, project manager, kind of role. So it preps you for interviews. It gives you all the interview questions, and it gives you all the answers for them, from general question to technical questions, scenario-based question, tools question, all the different frameworks questions. It explains the framework to you and help you understand it. The question you can ask the hiring manager, it explains that to you. It asks a question, it gives you the answers, everything like that. You talk about salary and how to negotiate for salary, how to do research about the company that you want to work with, and how to do your resume and LinkedIn, and the steps involved with an interview, a process, all sorts of things. So it's good to have one. Okay. So you're asking me what is treasure box. So that's what we call it, the treasure box, because it's a treasure in the box. Okay. Very good. So let's elaborate what I'm saying. So imagine you have a house with a fence around the house, right? Okay. In traditional security, once someone is inside the fence, they are usually trusted to move around freely, because once you are in, and then you can move around, because if you believe they've checked your security, maybe you can do whatever you want. Now you're in the house, right? But however, with what we call zero trust architecture, wait a minute, just because someone is inside the fence doesn't mean they should have free access to everything. So instead of blindly trusting everyone inside, it checks and verifies who they are every time they want to go into a room. So let's say you're in the building and you're going from one room to the next, it's going to always check you. Or when you want to open a door, just like checking your ID every time you enter a secure building. So the same thing, every time somebody wants to enter our system, our infrastructure, the servers, log in, is always going to check you. It doesn't trust you. You've been there. Oh, I'm there. You have my session variables. Oh, you have my information. No, I'm going to check you again. I'm going to verify again, just for making sure that you are who you say you are. Okay, so that's why we do that. I'm going to be breaking this down today. I have a lot of things to share with you, so sit tight and enjoy. Okay, so with zero trust, you have your users accessing your devices, accessing your network traffic on the network, and application and data. They are moving around, but you don't trust anybody. You don't trust any devices on your network. You have to verify, check on it. The network traffics have to be checked, applications checked, data, make sure it's all, checked. Everything has to be checked with the zero trust. So we're going to be breaking that down today. Okay. So what is zero trust architecture? Yes, like we said, it's a modern approach. Instead of assuming that everything inside the network is safe, no, you have to verify everything. So that means that every user, every device or application trying to access resources must be checked for authentication, for authorization. So you authenticate them when you authorize them. We have something we called IAAA, identity. You want to identify somebody. All these users or the devices that are acting on behalf of the users, applications, you must check their identity on the network. You check the identity. Once you check the identity can be checked by username, or maybe by your biometrics, as in your smart card and stuff like that. When you check your identity, then you have to authenticate. Your authentication goes with your identity. So that means if you are using a username, the authentication will be now the password. If you are using a smart card as your identity, your PIN will be your authentication. And based on your identity and authentication, you are now authorized to access certain resources based on the privilege that you have. Okay? Based on the privilege that you have, you are now authorized to see certain things based on your role, your privilege. And at the same time, there's something we call also audit. We are able to audit what you are doing. We're able to get accountability. We're able to see that, okay, you are seeing certain things, we can take care of your logs. Okay, accounting and audit, we can take care of your logs and be able to, you are accountable to your activities on the network. Okay, so we talk about IAAA. So you are able to identify, authenticate, authorize, and also we do auditing. So regarding of where they are located, okay, someone is asking, is signing up for any of your courses a one-off payment, or is access to the course for any of your choice for life, please? Yeah, we have options. Most of the students that are on our program, we don't pull our student off. Once you are here, you are here. You are family with us. So once you are here, so it's not one of those courses that you do 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. They push you out. All our students are still here with me. Yeah, very good. Okay, so let's continue. If you have any question, ask about what I'm discussing with you, and follow me closely. Why is zero trust architecture important in modern cybersecurity strategies? Why do we have to go through that? Why is it important? Right? Are you following me? Is it making sense to you? Is it making sense to you guys? Are we following me? Make sure you are following. If you have questions, you can ask. Okay. In traditional security model, once someone gets past the network perimeters, so you get past the network, you get into the network, in other words, they often have broad access privileges. Everybody have their own privilege that we already crafted to their role based on who they log in as. So making it easier for attackers to move around and cause damage. God forbid somebody log in, attack the system, and they're able to log in into the credential and get access as an admin. It's just a doom right there already, right? And even if they're able to get in as a standard user, but they can escalate their credential to an admin level, then the system is pretty much, the network is doomed in most cases. So we want to make sure that we implement zero trust architecture, minimizing these risks by requiring continuous verification of identities and access rights. What right do you have to access this app, this network, this infrastructure, this server, this system, right? So this makes it harder for attackers to move literally. They can move around, but with this architecture, they are not able to do that within the network, reducing the chances of unauthorized access and data breach. So if you can implement zero trust architecture into your environment, you will be able to enjoy this kind of privilege. And if you are watching me, maybe use for your business, you are not looking for job, you can ask your engineers about that, and they will be able to let you know how you can implement zero trust architecture into your environment. Okay, very good. And let me elaborate for people that are pretty much new. I will always elaborate what I'm discussing for people that are in they are novice in tech, or they are, I don't want to say tech dummies, even though that's a buzzword, but nobody is a dummy, everybody is super smart. It's just that you don't have the access to the material. And once you have access, you will be rolling. So I don't use the word dummy. I use the word beginners, which is a good word. Everybody is smart in their own way. Okay. So let's elaborate this. So don't think I don't know what they're talking about. I don't have IT background. I've never done IT. It's okay. We will make you super smart in IT. So that's why you are here. Okay. So don't think less of yourself. So let's elaborate. Think of your computer or phone like a castle with valuable treasure, your data inside it. I always tell people your data is the end product of all your resources. Your data is the end product. Okay. So don't think, oh, the data. No, the data is a gold that we are mining. Is it like we're in a refinery, we are mining, and it's gold that we're extracting. The gold is what they want to steal, which is the data. It's the end product of every system. So if someone manages to get past the castle walls, the network parameter, if they can break in, they can potentially access all your treasure without any further checks. They were having a field day, right? But with zero trust, it's like having guards at every door, every room, everywhere, and checking whoever wants to enter the door, it will check them again. So it's make it harder to steal your treasures. I hope it's making sense. Is it making sense? Is it making sense, guys? Talk to me. Is it making sense, guys? Talk to me. I want to make sure you are getting this so that when you go for your next interview or you are going for your next examination, When you see zero trust, you're having a ball day. Like, yay. You'll be having a ball day then. How does it work? How does this thing work? How does zero trust work, right? Okay, you're saying yes. Murua said yes. Murua Foods, Superfoods. Very good. So, traditional security model rely on assumption that everything inside the network parameter is saved, right? Leading to vulnerability if attacker breach the parameter. What is vulnerability, guys? Let's define vulnerability. Let's define vulnerability. Vulnerability. My engineers, are you here? What is vulnerability? What is vulnerability? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mumuni. Said one of the reasons I love Mighty University and Professor Temi's teaching is because she uses analogy that we can all relate to. Yes, sir. That is it. We use analogy that you can relate to. We have to. Because people are so busy with so many things in their life, you give them all these places I've seen, they will just rush you through. They will not explain anything and they just like they're reading. Who does that? Who's going to understand that? No. You can't learn anything when they just read nonsense to you. You have to break the things down and explain to you and show you. So you can, so here is by that. We show you everything, we explain everything to you, make sure you can understand it, and then you can really, you will never forget it by that point when somebody is able to show it to you and understand. So, mom, okay, Seidu said, I need you to schedule a call with me on my ituniversity.com so we can discuss your program. So Seidu said that is in UK, and is it possible to land a remote job in the US while I live in the UK? Yeah, not everything is possible. There are many people in UK that are even here, and they can work remotely if possible, if they want to, or they can work there's a lot of jobs in the UK as well. So nobody, you are defining yeah, let's see. Ability. So Mumini said weakness in vulnerability. Vulnerability is weakness or gap in a security effort. Very good. That's beautiful. And Murafu says ability for system to be breached. That's not a good definition. Ability for a system to be breached. We don't want that to happen. As a cybersecurity analyst, we don't use that kind of definition. We look at it from a solution perspective, not from the attacker perspective. Okay, so you don't want there to be breach. So a weakness or gap in that can be exploited. Exactly. So we now say, okay, because they can be exploited, now we have to do something that will make sure that they are not exploited, right? So we don't want them to be vulnerable. It's a weakness or gap in security program that can be exploited by threat to gain unauthorized access to an asset. Very good. Yeah, Genevieve said weakness or gap. Very good. In security effort. Weakness in system and infrastructure. Regina said that make it, succumb to attack. Very good. So these are all wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. We define in relation to solution oriented definition. Yeah, very good. So how does it work, like, right? And like we're using the analogy, zero-trust architecture, however, require continuous authentication and authorization for every attempt, which will minimize the unauthorized access and lateral movement by attackers. So we're going to be breaking it down shortly. So stay close, pay close attention. So we have identity. You have your identity on your devices, on your application, in your infrastructure, on your data, on your network. We identify everybody. We authenticate everybody. we authorize as needed, and we also audit them. When you know that there will be audit, you be careful, because we have something we call non-repudiation. Non-repudiation saying that you can't deny what you have done because we have a receipt of it. We can show you what you have done, and you can't say, "Oh, I didn't do it," because it's right here. We have all the logs of your activities, right? So that's very important. What are the key components of or principle of zero trust architecture? What are the key components? The key component, let's break it down. Okay, so I'm just in here. Thank you for your time. Schedule a call with me. And the reason why I put these things here sometimes is because people will say, "Oh, I don't know what to schedule a call. I don't know what to do." I put it here so that you know what to do. Schedule a call and get your treasure box to prep for tech and break into cybersecurity. So let's discuss the different segments and components of the architecture. We have something we call micro-segmentation. Micro-segmentation. What is that? What is micro-segmentation? No. Zero trust is not a separate job role, but it's a concept. It's a newer concept. So the people that already broke into cybersecurity or struggling to break into or trying to break into it may not know about it yet, or may know about it, but they don't understand. So I'm just breaking it down here to explain the concept to us. Okay, it's not a job by itself, it's just a concept. Okay, it's a way to protect your, it's a concept that you can, it's like an architecture that you can set up to protect your environment, so that you verify everybody that's trying to log into the environment. You don't just assume they're already authenticated. You every time they want to do something, maybe on the network, you verify them against whatever they're trying to do, so that you can reduce the chances of that of causing a data breach, or threat attacking your infrastructure. If that makes sense. Okay, that's a very good question. So micro-segmentation, dividing the network into smaller isolated segments to limit attackers' movement. So if you are coming here in this segment, you have to be authenticated. If you are coming into this, so everything is segmented. You can't just say, "Okay, I'm here, then I'm here, then I'm here." So no, every time you are going in, you are checked against. Okay, so think of it like dividing your castle into smaller sections with locked doors between them. That's another analogy. Even if someone gets past one door, they still can access the whole castle. You pass one door, you pass one door, but you can't get to everywhere, because by the time you go to the next door, they will check you too. Get to the next door, they will check you too. Okay. A lot of federal government parastatals are doing that in some cases, but a lot of organizations, entities don't do that. Once you are in, you are in. Okay, it might slow things down, but it makes things very secure. Right? You can relate that to things in real life. It's gonna slow things down, because imagine you go somewhere and every time you get to the checkpoint, they check you. You are traveling in the plane, and every time you get to a city that you are going to, they check you every single time. They check you every single time you're trying to board the plane. They check all you pass through security. Imagine you're going from Washington DC to maybe out of country, and then you're passing through a particular city, maybe like Atlanta, Georgia. And then when you get to Atlanta, Georgia, when you were in Washington, D.C., they check your luggage, they check all your stuff, they ask you to off your shoes, to take you through the scans and stuff. And then when you get to Georgia, they did that again. When you get to another city, it's going to be so overwhelming, and but it's better, because then everything is safer. They're not assuming. Assumption. Okay, so the second thing after my micro-segmentation, are we following me? Put in the chat micro-segmentation. I want to make sure that you are following me. put in there micro-segmentation. I don't want to be absent-minded. I want to make sure that you're following me. Micro-segmentation 1. Let's go. You must be able to teach this particular concept to anybody. If your boss comes to you and say micro-segmentation or talk about zero trust, you should be rolling. Identify and access management, IAM. Okay. So let's see. Enforcing strict access control based on user identity, roles, and attributes. Very good, Mumun, is micro-segmentation. That's the first thing. Very good, Regina. You will never forget this. Okay? And that's what we do in our class. We repeat the same thing so that you keep it in your mind. So, enforcing strict access control based on user identity, roles, and attributes. Whatever your identity is, whatever your roles is, whatever your attributes is, we make sure that we restrict access based on only that. So it's like giving each person in your castle a special key card that only works for the door they are allowed to open. Okay, so it's customized just for that purpose, for that door. Nobody else can. You can't use to open another door. Okay, so your identity, your roles, and attributes. We're going to break that down later because everybody has roles. Some people are software engineers, some people are database engineer, some people are network admin, some people are manager, admin, secretary, receptionist in an organization. Some people are managers. They all have different identity, they have different roles. They have some people are executives, they have attribute that attributes them to their role and the privilege they have. So based on that, we restrict the control their access based on that. Okay, so everybody put their IAM, identity and access management. We have to identify you and manage your access control. Put it there, guys. Put it there. Put it on the chat for me. So the next thing is continuous authentication. What is that? How do I continually authenticate somebody? Verify the identity and security posture of users and devices in real time. Okay, so the identity and security posture of user in real time, right there, not I'll do it later. No, active authentication, continuous and active authentication. Thank you, guys. IAM. Yes, in the IAAA. Imagine having guards at every door who not only check your key card but also make sure you are still authorized to enter each time you want to go through, making sure that you are still authorized. Are you still authorized? They will check your ID and say, okay, are you still authorized? So they are saying your status. Very good. Adeshola, thank you. Cheik, Regnant, Murua. Yeah, thank you, Tessa. IAM. Continuous authentication. Put that next. Continuous authentication. That's the third one. Put it there, you will not forget now. Continuous authentication. So the next one is what we call least privileged access control. This is a very, 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 very important topic. It's newer, so some people don't know about it or they don't pay attention to it. It's very important in cybersecurity. If you are going for any role and they just ask you, what is it? Why do you practice zero trust? I'll be like, I don't know what zero trust is. And that might help you make you flunk your exam or your interview because you don't know what zero trust is. It's very important to know. So that's why I'm bringing those things out so that you pay attention to them. Okay. Least privileged access control. Least privilege. That's the next thing. Least privilege. Thank you, guys. Or continuous authentication. Very good. So what is least privilege? These are people, the user accounts, the roles, and their privileges they have, right? So giving people the least privilege, granting user only the minimum level of access needed to perform their task. I always say that non-stop. Put their least privilege now. Don't give people more than what access they need. When I say you, I mean the network admin or whoever is the account manager. should only give people the privilege that they require for their role, not more than that. So what do I mean by granting users only the minimum level of access needed to perform their task? I mean giving people the minimum amount of access they need to do their jobs. For example, your accountant doesn't need access to the dungeon. Okay? You're an accountant, you have access to the accounting area and no more. No more than that. If you are a you are an intern, you are a software intern, you are on internship, you are not really doing the real coding, there's no reason why they should give you access to the code where they put all the code repository or the tools for the coding. You can help them, you can be learning, or you can even do code review, but not touching the code and trying to play around it. You should not have access to what you don't need access to for your role. So that's very important. Because oh no, I won't do anything. I will just be watching it. I will not touch it. I will just do read only. Read only or write only, whatever, no access. Okay? Especially when we are working with in a very, even it doesn't even matter. Coding is, based coding, give people only privilege that they should have. Okay? Okay. I will leave that there because I can go on and on talking about, okay, maybe you just give them read only. If you give them read only, then there might be situation whereby do they need to even read it, right? So confidentiality might be on those code. So you never know all those things. So we need to pay attention to all those things, right? So the next one is network visibility and monitoring. Network visibility and monitoring. Thank you, guys. This privilege. If you are watching us later, you also put that in the comment section like we're doing now so that you will not forget. That will help you to remember. Okay, this privilege, continuous money authentication. You put all those things in the chart, micro-segmentation. Be putting them in the chart for yourself. The IAM, put them there so you don't forget. It helps you memorize them. Okay, so the next one is network visibility and monitoring. Monitoring network traffic and user activity for signs of unauthorized access or anomalies. You are monitoring network traffic and user activities. Okay, so it's like having security camera all over your castle so you can see who's coming and going at all time. You can monitor network traffic, right? You can analyze network traffic, and users activities for signs of unauthorized access anomalies. So you want to continuously, monitor what is going on your network. You can analyze your network for indicator of compromise. Thank you for that, Adeshola IOCs. Very good. Thank you. Very good. Is it making sense? Are you guys following me? Making sense, guys? Are you enjoying the program? Are you listening? Is it making more sense? Many of you might be thinking, what is this zero trust self? What is this zero trust? Now we are breaking it down today. Okay, how can organizations ensure successful implementation of zero trust architecture? How? Right? So how can you, as a business owner right now listening to me, how can you implement that in your organization? Successful implementation of zero trust require careful planning and collaboration. Yes. So organizations should prioritize strict critical assets. Okay, you have critical assets. Some assets are more critical than the others. So thank you, very informative. Thank you. Makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, conduct risk assessments and develop clear policy that align with zero trust principle. Okay, so they have to prioritize the critical infrastructure. They have to conduct their risk assessment and do have clear policy that align with zero trust principle. They should also invest in technology solution that support automation and continuous monitoring to streamline access to management process. So we must always have the opportunity to make sure that they procure tools that will make it easy for them to be able to do all the monitoring, continuous monitoring, to streamline the process. Okay, so that's very important to us. And also, what are some potential challenges or consideration organization may encounter when transition to zero trust architecture? Because there'll be challenges. Everything comes with challenges, right? So let's discuss this, right? What are the challenges? So organization can overcome these challenges that they may have by conducting thorough planning. So sometimes it's might difficult for them to plan, and some people might not even want to have, people already don't want to change because they're already used to their old way. That might be a challenge. And so planning is required. Every time you're starting a new process, a new technology, a new concept, planning first. Planning first. You have to plan and discuss it. Okay. So communicate the benefit of zero trust to your stakeholder. Let them know why it is very important to have that. And involving cross-functional teams in the implementation process. So you have teams, cross-functional teams, involve them. Okay, let them come together and discuss why we need to implement this process. Okay, so that's very important. You need to engage everybody, you need to involve everybody, collaboration with the stakeholders. The stakeholders are the one that invest their interest into the system. And sometimes the stakeholders and the system owner may not even work together. They may not see eye to eye, but they still have to work together. So we come to be the bridge and to make it happen professionally, so that's what it is. And that's part of what we teach you, all these kind of concepts. We teach you how to be professional and get your job done in such situations. Okay, so they have to adopt it. And it's funding, it's budget. Some people don't want to, they may not have the budget for it enough, or they don't want to put budget in some new project. So, but then you still have to convince them to do it, because hey, it might be your organization that will do it for them. So the money is coming to your organization. Across business or IT. So that means transitioning to zero trust may face challenges such as legacy infrastructure compatibility. It may not be compatible with legacy infrastructure. Everything that was old before, we may have to reinvent a lot of stuff, in a lot of innovations, a lot of changes of tools or changing of machine resources, assets and stuff. Resistant to change, like I said, they don't want to change always. Complexity of implementation, it might be so complex, and you may have resource constraint. You may not have people that can implement it. You may not have the funding to do it. You may not have the time to do it. So all those things are issues. Okay, but we have to move past those issues. We have to implement this. It's an holistic solution. So to continue to continuous security model for an organization, making sure that the system is always, the infrastructure is always secured and protected. Okay, guys. So how does zero trust architecture contribute to security resilience and incident response capability? So zero trust, enhance security resilience by reducing the attack surface and minimizing the impact of security breaches. Let's break that down further. Okay, so it helps us to enforce strict access control, continuous authentication and segmentation. By enforcing strict access control, zero trust limit the ability of attacker to move laterally within the network, and additional robust monitoring and auditing capability. So we also enable organizations to detect and respond to security incidents in real time. Yes, and ensuring business continuity. Okay, Seidu said, is the easiest text area to transition into place. Yes, that's it. Yeah, this is one of the easiest way to break into tech, really. Okay, that is it. It's the easiest way to break into tech. So, guys, so that's what it is. Any question on this? So, schedule a call with me. If you are trying to break into tech, don't forget to schedule a call. I hope you have been able to really enjoy and understand what I'm saying today. With Mighty University, we'll help you to break into tech. I'm waiting for your question if you have any. Keep the job and grow on the job. There's no better time to break into tech than now. Okay? Schedule a call with me. Get your treasure box. Don't forget to do that. Okay? And if you watched that video from last week, you remember how we had how Mumuni was, Mumuni has a treasure box, and it was able to share with us, the benefit of the treasure box. So look on in the chat area, you see the link for the treasure box. You can click on it. It takes you there. It has a lot of information, a lot of resources that can help you break into tech, and it's yours to have for a lifetime. Okay, so you will really enjoy it. So I thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here today. Professor Temi, okay, you schedule a call for now. You will schedule a call with me, a different person, I promise. Okay, no problem. Schedule a call with me for Dora. Okay, control implementation. This means zero trust, a good candidate for Dora. Yeah, exactly. DORA. Very, very good. And Memoni said, thanks a billion, Professor Temi, for breaking down zero trust. I have a good understanding now. Very good. Very good. Okay. Somebody saying something about Security Plus. Should I finish first before enrolling GRC class? GRC and Security Plus work together, so you can schedule a call with me to be in the class. It doesn't stop your Security Plus. You can be doing that while you are in class, so that by the time you finish, you are finishing together, and then you can break in. We do both of them concurrently. Like for our class that is starting on Saturdays, on the 9th, which is next week Saturday, the GRC is in the morning from 10 to 12. We have 2 hours break. We come back for Security Plus 2 to 4. We run everything straight for 8 weeks. After the 8 weeks, then we'll break in. We start prepping you to break in. Resume, LinkedIn, internship, mentorship, and you're able to practice on that. We have our own cloud infrastructure environment where you can practice the GRC. So you're able to break it from there. Okay, guys, I love you all. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. So I'll see you all next week. And also, don't forget, we meet on Clubhouse every Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget that. And also, I have live program with my mentors and mentees. I have a lot of mentors now. I've mentored into tech, and the mentees, we come together every Saturday for 2 hours non-stop. So that's mentorship. You get, when you are with us, those are the things you get for free. Mentoring you, guiding you, and you can reach me anytime you need me for anything in your career. Once you are in tech, or you are trying to break into tech, I'm your mentor. So once you register with me, with our organization, I'm going to be guiding you a step of your life, step of the way, every single time. Yes. I'm serious. I'm super excited, always super excited about tech. So love you all. I'll let you go now. Have a good one, everybody. See you all next week.